basically the why. Like, why are you working so hard? You know? And for me, it's like, okay, I got a son, you know, and I want to leave him something like that he can decide, hey, do you want to, you can take this over, or you can go to school and do, you know, you can go to school and take this over. Like, either way, whatever you want to do, it's here. I don't want to work this hard and he has to start over. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, okay, yeah, I did all of this in my life while you was coming up, but I lost it, or I blew it, and you know, it's not around no more. So you have to basically start over from scratch. And especially in the black community, like, it's not a lot of people that's doing that. You know, like, as far as like creating generational wealth, and basically like passing something down. Like, because I mean, this could very well be a Johnson & Johnson. Okay. We lit.
Let's introduce our guest.
Yeah, podcast, what, 7 or 8?
This is podcast 8.
I can't believe you guys have done so many yet.
Yeah, we do them 2 or 3 times a week. We just have a lot to talk about.
We do.
Because basically, the idea of the podcast is just a meeting. Like, this is something that we would talk about anyways. So we decided to record it. And then make it a little entertaining.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so introducing our guest, we have Kareem.
Hi.
And she's here to tell them what you do.
So I work for like a marketing company. We do SEO, which is like optimization for websites in search engines. And then we also do like paid advertising, the ads that show in Google. So I've been doing it for about 4 years now. And I give Sherrod some helpful tips sometimes.
You definitely do.
Or try to.
You definitely do. Like, she helped us out with our search engine optimization. When people search, God is dope. Like,
is that what SEO means?
Huh?
That's what SEO means?
Yeah.
That's funny. All this time, I like knew.
You didn't know that?
I knew what it meant, but I didn't know what it stood for. I like understood what it meant.
Search engine optimization.
Yeah, I never looked it up, but
that's right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
SEO.
SEO.
Word of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, but she told me that we probably missing out on a lot of money.
It's kind of alarming. Yeah.
I can't wait to find out.
Yeah, I can.
But yeah, so I texted Sherrod and I was like, look, I'm on your homepage, and you know, if I'm trying to shop on mobile, I can't really get to the shop all page from mobile.
Right.
And we'll show a screenshot of like what it looks like on the mobile version. But essentially you have to now.
Right.
But essentially you have to scroll all the way down to the bottom on mobile to either click, you know, get to the shop page and like
it's like the navigation, right? The navigation that's usually at the top for whatever reason
doesn't exist.
At the bottom. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It doesn't exist.
You know what's funny? It does exist. For whatever reason, you gotta scroll.
It's a weird setup.
Yeah.
And then the other way to get to it was like by tapping the picture, the first picture, but
right. But it's not.
It's not obvious.
It's not overly intuitive because it doesn't say like shop here or like
you
click
know
here to shop.
You know what we could do is just.
You could put a button.
A huge shop, just shop here.
You could. And
would that help?
Yeah.
Instead of a photo?
Yeah.
No, like maybe a photo in the background, but like a huge, cause like we focus on the photo and then it's like the shop here is super small.
Because it's big on the computer.
Yeah.
But
so we could just put like a huge shop here.
Like basically a button.
Yeah, or just like a button on the banner.
So would that solve our problems?
Yeah, basically the only thing that I see as a big hindrance after looking at the data.
You know, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, is basically like people who enter on the site from the homepage are experiencing some sort of like glitch when they are trying to get to the shop page where they like purchase stuff.
Right.
So like adding like a shop all button on the banner will like do that, but you know, just having like an obvious mobile navigation where people can click, get to the shop all page, you know.
Right.
Right.
Wow. Okay.
So the issue is it's not obvious enough how to get to our actual store. Like you can get to the website, but you can't get to the where are the products? That's the issue.
Right. And so 91% of the users on God is Dope is
Mobile.
coming from mobile. So it's like, it's pretty huge.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, so I texted Sherrod that, and he was like, yeah, you know, it's kind of been on my radar for a while, you know, whatever. But you can look in the data, like on the back end, to see like, okay, what kind of impact is this like really having? So Jay installed the Google Analytics on the site like last year. So we have like a whole year's worth of data to look at.
Right.
And yeah, so I was just kind of curious, like how much money like you guys were missing out on from that. So yeah, so here's a screenshot of the back end of their like Google Analytics.
Okay.
And for those who don't know what Google Analytics is, it's a really simple code that Google offers that you put on the website, and it gives you all these insights into like where people are coming from to get to your site, how they're interacting with it.
And it's free.
How much they're spending.
Totally
Basically
free.
anything you'd need to know.
Basically everything, yeah.
It is free.
Yeah.
So do that.
Anyway, so we're going to put up a screenshot of their traffic and revenue and e-commerce conversion rate by channel. And so you guys let me know if this gets like a little bit too dense, okay?
Now let's
If it's like
get to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, we just wanted to look at how people are interacting on the site that come in through mobile specifically, like on the homepage or on the Shop All product page.
Okay.
So people that are coming from your social, your Instagram, they're being sent directly to the Shop All page. So they're
To
not
the link. Like the website link on IG, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they aren't entering on the homepage. They're not experiencing the
Glitch.
to like get to the Shop All page. They're just sent directly there. So the e-commerce conversion rate for your social channel on mobile is higher. It's 5.58% versus desktop, which is 4.15%. So, and that's where like the majority of your users are coming from. But if you look at direct and organic channels, those people enter through the homepage. So they're experiencing this glitch.
And that's the people that go on their phone and type in godisdope.com or go through Google, right?
Right,
And
okay.
like,
So the organic channel is people that type in God is dope or like God shirt or like, you know, something like that in Google.
Yeah.
You know, or another search engine, and they click on the link, they go to the site, they're on the homepage. And people direct are like typing in like godisdope.com in, you know, your browser and then coming directly to the site.
To the homepage.
To the homepage.
Okay.
Mostly. I mean, they can come to a different page if they're really typing in slash, you know,
like
Shop
slash
All,
video is the like web series page or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
No one
I don't
really-
know how big your fans are, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
I would
It's
not
probably
be
just
memorizing.
godisdope.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be memorizing the URLs. But anyway, so we're going to look at the conversion rate between desktop and tablet, because on tablet you can also see the navigation in the top.
Right.
But yeah, so desktop and tablet versus mobile on direct and organic, the e-commerce conversion rate for mobile, this is in the blue, the mobile is in the blue, is like 3.43% and 4.21%. Whereas on desktop, it's over double. You see?
Wow.
Yeah. And so like social is the only one where like mobile e-commerce conversion rate is higher than desktop, marginally. And then like with direct and organic, your desktop and tablet is over double.
So it's just because it's literally easier.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. And so that's like, yeah, it's because people that are coming in through direct and organic are unable to access easily the Shop All button in the header.
and so the issue is that we get most of our people from the mobile,
Right.
but the conversion is double on desktop.
Yes.
So we're probably losing like
Significant.
double, more than
Yes.
double.
And you can see in this first acquisition
Well,
column.
missing out on.
Yeah, you can see in the first acquisition column with the users that the blue line versus like the orange line, like the blue line is your mobile users. And so this, like your users, you know, with the e-commerce conversion rate it's like you're missing out on a lot. Even if you increase your conversion rate by 1%, 1.5%, 0.5%, like you would just make like easily like more money.
Wow.
So
How much more money?
Yeah, go ahead.
that's the question.
Go ahead into details.
So you took our conversion rate from Shopify.
So what I wanted to do was compare the e-commerce conversion rate on social and see what that would look like on direct and organic.
Like
You
if
guys following?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. V is calling me. Hey V.
Yeah, I got the hoodies. I didn't know what you wanted me to do. She was saying that she even with me or what? Like, what am I doing with it?
Okay, first off, you're on the podcast right now. I just want to let you know for you.
Can I just doing a picture of it?
Yeah, just take a picture of it.
a good picture.
Just like a clear picture of it. Make sure it's like it's reading the right way, and just say,
What's her
I love, what is it? I love my hoodie from God is Dope, and that's it.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll do it right after my episode.
All right, cool.
All right,
Oh, is that gonna be too late?
I mean, it's the best. It's the best we can do.
She said, I think she'll be done at like 9,
I think she said it started at what, 7?
7, and gets done at 8 or 9.
Okay.
Well,
So why is it important that V take this picture earlier?
it's very important
earlier than
because
later?
we're trying to reach our goal before midnight,
And what's the goal?
$300,000.
Where are we sitting right now?
Right this second. 269.
So we need
And some.
about 30,000
Mm-hmm.
in the next.
Yeah, we have a
5
shade room
hours.
going up at 8.
Mhm.
Correct. The second one of the day. The first ever 2 for 1 day shade room ad.
That's just this month?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. This is the biggest month in God is Dope history.
Okay.
But our goal was 300,000. So. Yeah.
30 grand away. Let's see what Shade Room and V and maybe another email can do.
Yeah.
Like a
We'll
late night
see.
email.
Full on Hail Marys.
What should we do that? What do you think of, like, I know you have a strong opinion on emails. We spoke about emails before.
Are we gonna get a lot of unsubscribers?
Yeah, if we send 2 emails in one day, like, don't miss out on this.
I mean, do you guys like that? Like when
I
you
don't
get
even
to
pay
email-
attention to it.
I literally hate it.
I hate it. I hate it.
But I've never once in my whole life ever bought
Unsubscribe.
anything because of an email.
I have.
I've never. I'm really.
I don't think I've ever unsubscribed.
But
And then also, I've never bought anything because we're talking about like our consumers buy everything basically
Off their
through
phone.
their phone. I've never bought anything off my phone. I feel like I need an online shop on here. I don't know why. This is just too.
It's weird.
It's weird. I don't
like,
know.
you don't trust it?
No, it's not even that.
You
It's
just
not even that.
programmed to
I
think.
just
Yeah.
online shop computer. I guess the screen's way bigger, so I can see things better.
Yeah.
I guess I like the visual aspect.
But I mean, if you guys don't normally send out 2 emails in a day or like
We
2
don't.
emails in a week, then people might like listen to it,
That's the thing.
and be like, okay, this is must be a good deal.
Maybe we should explicitly talk about how these items will not be back up, and this is the last big sale until Black Friday. Don't miss out until Black Friday, or talk about that because people are spoiled by us. We sale.
So I
And-
mean, all right. Yeah, we're gonna think about it, but let's.
All right, back to
Back to us missing out on hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, we'll sum this up. So basically, we looked at the potential lost revenue on the direct and organic mobile channels only. Okay.
you can't see the numbers from there.
And we did like
I'll pass
okay,
out.
and we did different conversion rates. So column F is the conversion rate on mobile from social. That's 5.58%. And if we take that and crunch some numbers for organic and direct, you're missing out on $376,000
And what is that?
Year
the
to date.
timeline of that?
year to date.
Year, okay.
January to like yesterday. So anyway, So the current conversion rate on direct mobile is 3.43%, and organic mobile is 4.2%. So if we go up to 5.58%, that's how much you could make potentially this year to date. But we also did some more conservative numbers. So we did like 5.25%, 5%, and 4.5%. And so you can see in the column I that the minimum that, God is so probably missed out on with like, small tweaks that they can make to the mobile navigation is $166,000.
Wow.
So
It makes my stomach do flips.
good, because
Yeah. So I was just telling him we need to get on that, especially for Black Friday.
Oh
yeah, because
yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't even
that percentage applied to the amount that comes in on Black Friday
Yeah.
would literally,
Yeah.
like even this month with this goal, if that percentage applied, I'm sure we'd be there.
Oh man.
So that's a change that needs to. So how can we go about making this change? What would the tweak be? We
I
said
think the first thing is the shop. But I think it's
the,
two things.
The immediate
think
thing we
it's
could do right now is the big
shop here.
Just change the picture.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like you could just, do a graphic on the picture, upload it. It doesn't even really have to be a button, just so people
Well, because
know.
if you click it's like
Yeah,
the picture's kind of a button.
it's
Yeah,
You know
the
what I
picture
mean?
is a button.
So
So,
if we make it look like a big button, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
that would be like the immediate thing that you could
Yeah.
do.
and not only that, I know for a fact sometimes we send people directly to the product page, like the product. Like let's say we promoting no weapon formed against me shall prosper. We'll send people straight to this shirt. It's hard
Yeah.
for them to go back to the shop page from that
To add more.
to add
Yeah.
more to cart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
today, for example, we promoted the Unless God hoodie, the new one. And just as a quick scroll, the majority of orders I was seeing was that hoodie like by itself, which is
Yeah.
really kind of odd because everything else is priced so like generously that like most people that do survey all the products end up adding another t-shirt,
Yeah.
like it's like I'm already paying shipping, I'm
But I
gonna
mean,
throw
when,
in a $10
when it's
shirt.
when it's on Shade Room, that's not that odd. Because a lot of people come from Shade Room for that particular shirt. They go there and they buy it, and they're done.
For the one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like on your individual product pages, there's again like no navigation, and so people are probably clicking that God is Dope logo and,
And
going back to the
going
homepage.
back to the homepage and then
Yeah, so-
being
and not like
confused.
shopping more.
So right next to the logo on the right, there should be the.
There should be the little hamburger that
Yeah.
does the little drop down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what you're saying. If you do like this weird thing and like pull it
Yeah.
down, that's what actually it pops up there for
Yeah.
whatever reason.
That's why.
Yeah.
And it could probably be a changing of a theme or.
Have
like
we
you said.
always had this theme? Because I know we've had it since I've.
Yeah, since
visited the
not
site.
always, because before I was doing it, it was like a custom site that I.
It was like Big Cartel at the very beginning, right? Or was
No,
that
it
what you
always
used for another
Shopify.
brand?
It was
Oh, okay.
Shopify, but it was a custom site that I built that I had to change when I wanted to change shirt. It was never this easy.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like way easier with this theme, but it
And
was
Yeah.
are themes like this customizable to the point that we could do something like that?
they're customizable if you know what you're doing. But then they also have themes where it's like you can just get a whole new theme for maybe if a programmer got to go in there. I don't know what they charge, but we can get a whole new.
Because
theme.
I'd
a
rather.
couple hundred.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, it would just be like a few hours. Like they just need to look in the template files like in the back and be able to like figure it out and then change it.
I don't
like-
understand any of
It's
that.
like 250, 300.
300.
Because I'd rather add to this theme than like figure out a new theme. Just because.
Yeah.
Weren't you
don't-
talking about changing the theme anyway? You?
I mean, when I think about it,
Upgrade it,
it's-
like
when I
making
thi-
it better, right?
Yeah, when I think about changing it, it's like the whole premises of a retail company is for people to buy stuff. So I mean, the product page is gonna always be the product page. It's not until we start doing more media content will I change like the home page and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, wow. So thanks a lot for the
Halloween nightmare.
yeah.
No problem.
Wow. Yeah, I appreciate that. Okay, moving on. You can stick around if you want. You can leave if you want. It's up to you.
How much
out.
are you guys doing?
Probably another 25, 30 minutes. These podcasts last about 53 minutes, and we're probably at 20 minutes in.
Okay.
But I mean, it could.
Wait, so you guys are about to talk about work-life balance?
Work-life balance and
Yeah, I have three more topics. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stick around.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the next.
Feel free to chime in when you want. I might ask you a question or two.
The next thing I had was we wanted to talk about our viewer, Eric Okolo, who sent us in these awesome sweatshirts.
Yeah, Rose from Africa.
Yeah.
Oh, those are cool.
You like them?
I didn't even really look at them.
Yeah, his concept is that everyone rose from Africa, and he likes roses, and the roses represent passionate love.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I remember. That was his spiel.
Right.
But he actually sent this in, and we never found it, I guess, because the mail was piling up because Zay was out of town, and she usually deals with all the mail.
Yeah.
And so she got back yesterday, and she had set it aside, and then he expected it to arrive like 2 days ago, and so he was worried because the last podcast I said that we hadn't gotten anything, and he literally drove here after school. He goes to Georgia State.
Yeah,
and
he pulled
literally
up.
just pulled up and then he told Sed, Sed was outside, and he told Sed, where's Jay? And then Sed led him into the office, and he marched in and said, you said you didn't get my package. And I was like, whoa, I don't know what you're talking about. And then we went and looked for the package, and we found it. And he talked to us. He said he recently came to the U.S. from Nigeria.
Yeah.
And
a couple years ago.
He was inspired by Africa to start this brand, and he's been viewing this podcast, and he told Sherrod about how helpful this podcast has been for the development of his brand and getting his sales out.
And the guy made in the startup series that we do. Yeah, he was just saying that he was going from selling shirts for people who wasn't really buying them, and he just couldn't get the shirts off, basically.
And the main thing was a lot of designs.
Yeah, he had a lot of designs, and the price point was off. That's dope, man. I'm proud of you, man.
Like, I don't know if I could have done this without like your podcast and everything was just motivating me. I was like, you did it. I was like, wow, man, I need to try it out.
Right.
It's a blessing. Like honestly, it's a blessing. Like ever since I've watched your videos and applied every single thing you said, everything has just been happening as a blessing for me.
Wow.
I don't know what to say.
And then he said he watched, I think, the startup video I did with World and Vision. He said he literally applied those same steps, and within the first day he sold 80 shirts.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
he was
pretty
just
cool.
he was pretty stoked about, he was excited about, what's to come, and that was crazy for me.
How long has he been
pushing the brand?
Yeah.
He said 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah. And I mean, it got potential. It's a few things I want to talk to him about tweaking, just for aesthetic reasons. But yeah, let us know in the comments what y'all think about Rose from Africa. He got the exact website, rosefromafrica.com, and his Instagram is Rose from Africa. So ROSEFROMAFRICA. Yeah, Corinne, if you want to get
I just kind of,
check it out.
I don't know, how people would take that on my body, but.
Right. I mean, we all came from the motherland. So.
But yeah, so.
This is a cool website.
Cool. Yeah. And then we've gotten a couple other packages. I can't remember the other brand's name.
Oh, and Rose from.
Oh, go ahead.
Rose from Africa Mobile. They have a drop-down navigation. They already went in.
Oh, so with that you can see what the mobile looks like?
Yeah. And then this is the tablet.
Yeah, he's already light years ahead of us.
Oh, so that's what we need. What'd you call it? The hamburger?
Yeah, you just need the hamburger.
Is that what that's called? I never. The 3 dashes hamburger.
Okay.
Whoa. We need to ask him. Holler at me, Eric.
I think the other brand. Hey, Few, can you go get that box of shirts in this first room right here? It's like a box of red and black. Cause I want.
It was second to none.
Second to none.
Second to no one.
Second to no one. Yeah.
But they also sent us in each 2 hats and 2 shirts, and the hats were super impressive, and the hat box was awesome. And
how many products do you guys get from people?
This is the first 2 things.
First 2 things. Yeah.
Oh.
Because we just said something. I think maybe last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I like to talk about people's stuff.
Okay.
unboxing.
Yeah, the unboxing.
So first off, let's note the tape. Look at this packaging.
Yeah.
You get the branding from the second it comes to your door.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
He's like, these people are like light years.
We need to get on that level.
Y'all need to be consulting us. All right, so I got 2 shirts. We got a note too.
Yeah, we got a nice note.
I got a sticker. You know, like, dang.
You guys are true YouTube stars now.
Nah.
I'm gonna start my own channel.
Unboxing.
Okay, so we got second to no one.
Second to no one. So this was the most impressive part to me. This hat box. So, all right. Flips open like a shoe box.
Can I see that note in there? Because I
Yeah.
think he like briefly described what the brand was
Oh,
about.
yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Dear Jay and Sherrod, I'm Trayvon Lee, the owner of Second to None Apparel. I recently got out of the Air Force and wanted to create something that would leave a positive impact. So Second to No One Apparel is a brand that does 3 things: promote positivity, reinforces self-worth, and serves as a constant reminder of your greatness. Instead of people hearing about how bad they suck all the time from trolls on social media, I wanted to create something that would do the opposite. I recently watched the podcast and wanted to send y'all some items. Hope y'all enjoy and look forward to hearing from y'all soon. Thanks a lot, Trayvon Lee.
Cool.
TL.
The presentation is
The presentation
on point.
is what you think about like the hat and the design and stuff?
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 3D embroidery.
Okay, I guess since we were in Rose from Africa, you can like throw a hat on or something. You know, just to represent.
We'll try.
Not now, not ever. Oh, I like that. Second to no one. Not now, not ever. Yeah,
Great.
get a shot of that. Yeah. Okay.
Next.
What's next?
I know last podcast we want to talk about, well, you briefly mentioned about the issues of entrepreneurship and being the boss
Mm-hmm.
and work-life balance, like what it can take and what you have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
I know you wanted to speak on that.
Yeah. That's very important. I just want to be, transparent with everything as far as like the ups and the downs and the numbers and stuff like that. And work-life balance is basically the how much time you spend at work and how much time you spend having an actual life. And some people are better at this than others. And I mean, apparently I suck at it.
Yeah. You're not very good at that part.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah.
As in you work all the time?
Yeah, I work all the time. And in my head, it's like, okay, I'm young. I want to try to maximize what I can do.
While you have the energy.
While I have the energy at a young age, so I don't have to work past 40. Like, of course, I'll still be working and having ideas and being the creative, but I just don't want to work as hard as I'm working now when I'm 40 or 45 or 50 and, 55, 60. I think the way society has set it up is for people to get a 9-to-5 and I mean, like, work past, like, work until you're 60, 65, and then it's like, okay, now live your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that's so backwards. And I mean, I'm real transparent with people that, work with me, and I'm always telling them, like, figure something out, like, learn from me, and, I don't, hopefully Jay stays around, a while to help me out, but I mean, if he feel like he needs to leave and, do his own thing, then, I'm going to encourage it because that's just who I am, but it just takes away so much time from, like, family and friends and people that love you, and, like, if they don't understand that, like, especially, like, your significant other, like, if they don't, like, get, like, the fact that basically the why, like, why are you working so hard? And for me, it's like, okay, I got a son, and I want to leave him something like that he can decide, hey, do you want to, you can take this over, or you can go to school and do, you can go to school and take this over. Like, either way, whatever you want to do, it's here. I don't want to work this hard and he has to start over. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, okay, yeah, I did all of this in my life while you was coming up, but I lost it, or I blew it, and it's not around no more. So you have to basically start over from scratch. And especially in the black community, like, it's not a lot of people that's doing that. Like, as far as like creating generational wealth, and basically like passing something down. Like, because I mean, this could very well be a Johnson & Johnson, in its own right. And I'm not saying like we have to get to the Johnson & Johnson level before I give it to him, but 60, 70, 100 years from now, you never know what God's dope could be. And so, yeah, I mean, that's just the way I look at it. I think that's very important, starting out, is that you have, if you have somebody, that they definitely understand, like, this might take up 98% of my time.
Yeah.
And I mean, it could just cause a strain on your relationship. And I mean, nobody wants that.
And that being from like an entrepreneur standpoint where you don't clock out. Like, every single second is.
Yeah, and then people look at it like, oh, you're your own boss. You should be able to do what you want. But it's like, it's literally,
it's worse.
when we operate, it's way worse. Because when especially when you operating at this high level, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're doing $250,000 a month, 2 days gone could, divide $250,000 by 30,
And I think
day.
it's a big difference saying $250,000 a month with the staff that we have and the size that we are, like, physically.
Right.
Because I'm sure certain brands can do that much and it not be that stressful because they have way more, like, hands, doing stuff.
Yeah.
So,
So
like,
yeah, we don't have a huge staff, and it's Jay's been here less than a year and he's still learning, and we have a lot of people that's been here for less than, like, I think a lot of our staff.
Well, every single person has been. Well, I've been with the brand for more than a year, but in charge for less than a year.
Yeah.
But aside from that, every single person, the oldest person aside from Sir and Ivy, but their store, is Devin, and that's since February.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zay was around in January, but she wasn't doing. She was just picking vinyl. So.
Right. Yeah. So, like, that's basically what I'm saying. It's like, you definitely have to figure that out, And I just feel like maybe we should, I can sacrifice a couple years early, so in the long game, we can live life.
I guess the devil's advocate to that is that, okay, if you're working a lot when you're young, that's also like when your physical health is like intact, and people take that opportunity because they're not in families and things like that to travel, to have fun, to enjoy, their like 20s, teens, things like that.
But if you think about it from the standpoint I'm thinking about it from, I'm thinking, like, I mean, at my age, I think by 35 I would be able to, like, get out.
Leave the
leave
the house.
Yeah, I mean, of course we're gonna do stuff in between there, but I mean, like, by 35, I'm thinking, like, okay, maybe now it's time to. And I'm at 35, I still feel. I think I would still feel.
Let me note that you still have done a lot of with this mindset. You would say Sherrod isn't focused on living. But I know personally that you have seen lots of you've traveled through old ventures. You've done enough to be like, okay, let me put my head down.
But yeah, definitely.
So I think that's.
But I mean, because I think anybody that does entrepreneurship, they have to be in love with, like, the process of it, not necessarily like the end goal, like the money. And it's like you have to, like, love, like, waking up and saying, okay, we have $0 in the bank account. The goal is to get it to 10,000. What's gonna happen in between that? Like just have to love that, whether you make 10,000 or not. Just the process of trying to make it is like everything. It's not about necessarily making it. You know, it's like, okay, it's the whole process.
Yeah.
And of course for me, but what I'm saying is like people, I'm talking about, because work-life balance for me, if it was just me with no son and no significant other, then it was just, I wouldn't probably even be talking about this. It wouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I've traveled and everything else like that, it don't even matter to my significant other.
No, but
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, to me it does, but I'm talking
Yeah.
about just from like the point of view where it's like you got somebody that's like, yo, what's up? Like, why are you not here?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you just have to get with somebody that understands it and willing to just compromise and, you know.
Yeah. What if you don't find anyone who understands it?
You're going to be single for a while.
Unless you pair up with like another business partner who is also experiencing the same thing.
Yeah, that's like kind of the thing
So
where
that- yeah.
I've heard of like like in college and like high school too, but like athletes only dating other athletes because
They get it?
they get the travel, the practice, the
Yeah.
you know, everything that goes through like
Yeah.
being a college athlete or being a
Yeah.
high school athlete.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a lot of successful entrepreneurs, business owners, the president, you know, like all of these people make time for, you know, relationships with other people that are important to them, their
Yeah.
families, this and that.
Maybe I'm just bad at it. Maybe I'm just
Maybe.
bad at making, you know, because, I mean,
I see it as there's like two sides to it, right? And I just personally I try to do both all the way. I exert as much energy as I can into having a life and then also doing my job at the same time.
you definitely have a life.
And so, but I don't think me having a life takes away from. I can see in other people's situations where it's like they focus too much on this and then
No, I
don't give a
mean,
crap.
having
But
a life definitely takes away from
It
creative.
does.
It like flat out. I mean, I
does.
mean, you may think like, oh, I can have a life, but like at 1 a.m. while you're getting hammered somewhere, you could be thinking of a $200,000, you know, like business on a month, you know, like literally, like, and I mean,
But why
Yeah.
can't
Some
you
of-
do both?
you can do
I think
both.
there's plenty of people that do both.
I'm just saying, like,
There's
it's been times.
very, very rich people that do both.
No, it is, but it's.
And I'm saying getting hammered. I'm saying
I'm speaking from
having
my
fun.
point of view,
Yeah.
where it's like somebody might have invited me out, or I was supposed to be somewhere, and I decided not to go, and I stayed home, and I thought of my best ideas, like, just been like,
Yeah.
dang, what if I would have been at Magic City right now, you know?
But I also
Right.
see it from the point where getting out there and me talking about the brand and people asking me about the brand and like meeting people and making connections when I'm out or going to a party or going, you know, there's like more private stuff like going to a movie or like going to dinner, but
Yeah.
being out in the social scene, especially in a city where you meet people.
Thinking about this gives me anxiety.
And I mean, there's also like a degree to which, you know, mental health is a really, you know, it's a real thing. And people that need these connections with other people, like if you are the type of person that needs to prioritize your mental health, you need to talk to people about certain things, this and that. Like, Jay, how would you feel if you were just like working like 12 hours a day? You don't get to talk to your friends, you don't get to go out.
I can do it if I like get to do something. Like I just like being around people. Like even if I'm just hanging out, I'm like, yo, let's kick it. Let's go. Let's just sit around together. Like I just like being social. So
Yeah.
that kind of life for me, I just would enjoy that. You know, just being
Yeah.
Yeah.
locked in. But I see it.
You
It's
said you would enjoy it?
no, wouldn't.
All right.
But I think it's like more than like it's not like a one size fits all thing because it's your personality, my personality.
Right.
What goes into those is two very different things.
I mean, it's just like, I know I'm not perfect, but it's like, okay, I don't beat myself up about it.
no. If you're like that's the thing. If you're happy doing that,
I mean, it's like,
would you rather?
I'm not necessarily happy because, like,
Well,
it's like, okay, just transparency. Like, my wife is leaving me, and it's
Mhm.
like, okay, now it's like, okay, we splitting the time. I get to see my son, you know.
and so it's like looking back at
Yeah, it's like, okay,
could I have?
yeah,
hmm
and then it's like, shit, you know. Because I mean, like it's like everything that I do is like it's for him, you
Mhm.
know. So,
And that's
Nah.
also a big difference. Like, I
Yeah.
don't have a kid.
Yeah, you
know,
don't-
I
yeah,
don't have
exactly.
like that kind of responsibility.
Yeah.
Where I'm sure the moment that I do, I mean, in my friends that have had children, it's like life different. Like the way you look at everything is different. Like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. So yeah, I mean,
it's all about them.
yeah. So now it's like, you know, it's real. And I mean, yeah, I just want to let people know. I try to be as transparent as possible on this podcast. So yeah, that's the situation. And it's like, man, if I can inform people in the early stages on what to do from all aspects.
Wait, so what's the takeaway there?
Yeah. Is it?
Like, is it that you wish you had done like stuff different, or
I wish-
you
I
would
wish-
like you
I- I
encourage
could-
people to
I
like?
could have. Yeah, I probably definitely could have done stuff different. I think I'm terrible at work-life balance, and but it's like everything that I've done in the past is like her and my son are like reaping the benefits now. As far as like not having to worry in the world, you know, it's but it's like, okay, yeah, we don't have a worry in the world, but
It's a double-edged sword there.
we don't have you. You know, it's like you just can't have your cake and eat it too. That's like,
So to culminate that, is it worth it? Ultimately,
It's probably a really complex question.
no. I know it's probably the most
it's a
complex
hard-
question ever because
yeah, it's tough. It's tough to decide that
it's
now.
the double-edged sword. Yeah,
It's tough to decide it now.
you'll find out
because
along
it's
the
like,
line.
yeah, because it's like, okay, patience, you know, that's the like. I think that's what I'm basically saying of everything that whoever you with, your companion or your significant other, your wife, your girlfriend, I think they have to have a lot of patience when it comes to, you know, because it's like, okay, yeah, you can't see me for these. You're gonna see me, but it's like it's gonna be tough to see me like. And then my situation is a lot different because like, had my wife lived in the same state as me, it would probably be way easier.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that she's, way on the other side of the country, is like, it's a lot harder. Not way on the other side, like,
Far.
Yeah.
So it
Not
probably could have
drivable.
been possible, like if circumstances were different.
Yeah, I think it's definitely possible. But I think even then, it would probably be more something to complain about too. Like, even though we're in the same state, you're still not at home.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would still be something to complain about at that point. But
That's just a matter of like perspective because be that the situation, her perspective would be different. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
yeah,
it's not like at least I'm not doing that, you know,
Right.
because there wasn't that
right,
that situation.
right. So yeah, I mean, I think had we been patient enough to see it through, it would have been like, I think she would have realized like, man, okay, it was worth it. But when it's like, I just ran out of time.
Mm-hmm.
The way I look at it is like, man, but when you don't have enough time to like for stuff to manifest in the way you saw it, that's when it sucks. And then like when you're on the other side, like from her perspective, it's like she don't know what's gonna happen. She don't know if it's gonna be worth it. It's like you just gotta have faith and patience, I think. So yeah, basically, don't become an entrepreneur.
You heard it here first, folks.
I will not be.
What makes you say that? Why? What are the reasons that
It's
you
stressful.
personally? Okay.
It's stressful.
Yeah.
I used to work in Little 5 Points at this one like taco shop, and the owner of the place, he was just like, my one piece of advice is to just never open a business yourself.
Wow.
Just because he was just like stressed out.
It's stressful, and it's like the bigger you get, the deeper you get.
Something.
Yeah.
Because it's like I have a 15-person staff, and I think about all of that.
Yeah.
People rely on me like for a living,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like,
That's a lot.
yeah, It's a whole lot.
Something that I think back on a lot, that I'm not an entrepreneur by definition of me starting my own business, but I think I'm closely associated enough to understand it.
Yeah.
You know? And, you know, it's stressful and it gets crappy a lot.
Yeah.
But just how you were talking about, you mentioned the good outweighing the bad and stuff. It's like as much as I might complain to Lauren or like my roommate or like whatever situation, like Sherrod was a real sucks at it. Like, he's, you know, or like, you know, so and so and the fact like someone's making me mad, like it sucks and I'm mad, and but then it's like, well, okay, then quit. No way. Like, like as mad as I could be or stressed out as I might be, like thinking I'm losing it, it's like with the time that I have, there's no more valuable learning experience that I could possibly be doing. Definitely. Like the amount that I've learned in 10 months is probably like in this field, like years and years of like working on like way
years.
Below. Yeah. Like
10
it's
years.
Like,
yeah. What you learned
like,
in 10 months.
Like technical skills, like design, like people skills, like management, stuff like this that like you don't learn how to do a podcast by like, you have to do it, or like, you know, making a video or coming up with stuff. Yeah. And so it's like the good outweighs the bad. So it's like, you just keep going.
Yeah, that's what it's about. It's like, does the good outweigh? And I guess in my situation, it was just that bad. It was just the good didn't outweigh the bad at all. But yeah.
There's always a perspective of, you know, in hindsight.
Yeah,
then it might. Yeah. It might actually not have been that, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Good talk. That was deep. That was the deepest conversation ever.
It was deep. On
the podcast.
Yeah. Surprised I didn't shed a tear too.
I wasn't expecting this topic to dive that deep.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Do you want to try and test out this calling a person?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so
I know we might be on limited time.
Yeah, how much time do we have, said?
We got 38 minutes.
In or left?
We 38 minutes in, so we got.
Okay,
No, we actually 46 minutes in, but I got 38 minutes.
Okay, cool. So we'll let's do this instead of the questions. We only had 2 questions. I mean, we can do both. Yeah. Let me see. I got a couple DMs. I'll pick a random one.
Dang, this is exciting.
Wait, so what's gonna happen?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Last podcast, Sherrod mentioned that it would be kind of funny and like radio show, like if we instead of having a call in, because we don't really schedule these, it's just like let's sit down and talk. We had people DM me their numbers, and I'm gonna call them, and if they answer, then we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Can I call them off your phone real quick?
Yeah.
I just can't do it. Or anyone's phone. I guess I should.
I'll say you take the number down on her phone, but you send me the 310.
Oh yeah,
yeah, you did say that.
Oh, so.
Oh wait, but then they're gonna have my phone. Yeah.
Nah, he gonna call from his phone.
I'll call from my phone.
I don't want no weirdos popping up.
Okay, it's Daryl. Right. It's gonna be funny if someone doesn't answer and then they watch this podcast.
Yeah,
and
it's gonna be even funny if they answer and like freak out.
Okay, let's see. Should I talk like I'm a super radio host? Hey there, Daryl. Okay, let's see.
You could probably do it really well.
Let's see it.
Whoa. Dang, he catfished you.
Hello?
Hey, Daryl, you're on the air with God is Dope podcast. I'm just kidding. I don't actually talk to that. But you are on the air right now. What's up? It's Jay.
Hey, Jay, how you doing, man? What's up?
Doing great. We're over here with Sherrod and our special guest today. And, we didn't really know how this would go. So we're just giving you a call to see if you had an on-the-air question or comment or statement or shout out.
Well, shout out to God is Dope, because I follow you guys. I follow everything you guys do. Shout out to Sherrod. He's a really good guy, man. I learned a lot. I take a lot of his principles and apply it to my own clothing. So shout out to you guys.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, no problem, boss. My question, I guess if I could ask you guys a question, it would be like, so I have a clothing line, and I also own a screen print facility. So
Okay.
I make everything myself. I'm just getting started out solid and getting enough volume where I'm debating on like hiring somebody, but I don't.
So right now it's just you by yourself.
Right now it's just me. It's me in a 2,000 square foot facility by myself, printing
Wow.
up all my orders.
Nice. What's the name of your brand?
The name of my brand is G127. You can find it on Instagram at it's G127 Collection.
Okay.
So that's the name of my brand, and I own a screen print facility called GI Screen Prints. I'm up in Michigan.
Okay.
And so my question would be, how do you know when it's time to hire somebody? Like, so my volume doesn't necessarily, like my volume would say yes, it's time, but like my bottom line doesn't equal that all the time.
Right. Okay. And this is all you do. You don't have a main job, and this is not like your side hustle. This is all you do.
No, sir. This is all I do, day in, day out.
Okay. I mean, I just think it's when it comes to like when it comes to like figuring out if you need to hire somebody, I think it's mainly about like, you got to like kind of like do the numbers in a way. And if your bottom line doesn't reflect that you can afford to hire somebody, I think the main thing is to kind of wait and see, because I mean, ultimately you're the person that would know. And I mean, just based off the fact that you said the bottom line, it just don't make sense to hire anybody, then, you just answered your own question where it just don't make sense. Hold on, I think Jay got something to say, but if you can make it make sense to, like, what I'm saying, like by doing the numbers and saying, okay, how can, like, or just figuring out, okay, how can I hire somebody? Maybe go in depth a little bit more and see, because you said from a value. So what is the problem with the numbers? Is it you paying yourself too much, or what do you think the problem is as far as you doing a volume but not having enough capital to hire someone?
I mean, to be honest, I think probably one of my larger issues is my overhead on my space. Like, maybe I think I might have started too big.
Okay.
Like,
that's honest.
Like I said, for it to be a 2,000 square foot facility and it's just me. And then I think the other thing that I do is, so because I do this full time, I screen print for other companies, other businesses and brands on the side to supplement income.
Right.
And I think that's where my, like, the me overwhelmed by myself, because screen printing, I'm making, I don't know, $2-3 a shirt versus my own brand where I'm making maybe $12 to $15 a shirt.
Right. Okay. And if you think about it like this too, if you were to hire somebody to do what you do, just because the bottom line doesn't make sense now, if that would like if you were better at marketing, if you say, okay, let me hire somebody to screen print because it's taken away from my time at marketing, and if you could figure out a way to market your product and make maybe even 2 times as much as you making, it would probably make sense to bring somebody on to do the screen printing, because you better at marketing than screen printing, or you better at sales than screen printing. Do that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I mean, I think I don't know enough about you to really give you the answer, but like I said, if you was better at like marketing or sales and screen printing is taking you away from that, then I think it would probably be better for you to hire somebody to screen print so you can double or triple or quadruple your revenue in marketing or by selling, by getting out there and selling more.
Got you. So I guess my last question for you would be then, how did you, when it came to hiring for your facility, which is dope, by the way, congrats on your new facility. I like that a lot.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So when it comes to how you guys hired, how much did you only hire people who already had previous screen printing experience, or did you invest in teaching anybody at all, or how did that work for you guys?
Yeah, what I did was I invested in a class for the people that came in to screen print, because I knew me sitting here screen printing and I know my strengths. I know I'm good at marketing. I know I can ideas. I need time to think, for this brand to grow. And if you're the brains of the brand, then the more time you're spending thinking about ways to grow the brand, the better off you'll be. So yeah, I just they had no experience screen printing, but they was hungry. You know, they wanted to learn, and you know, they was like level-headed people, and you know, they came to work every day. So I wasn't gonna waste money on somebody that I didn't think would, you know, stick around for a while. So yeah, I just invested in 2 guys going to a class, and you know, they took like a week-long class. Or was it a week or a weekend?
It was a weekend, but
Yeah.
it was like a all day.
Yeah, it was like an
each day.
8-hour, Friday, Saturday, Sunday class, and they learned it in and out, and they came, and you know, now it's paying off. So yeah, they didn't have any experience with anything.
Got you.
But I think, did you still want to chime in on
Yeah.
something? Hold on, Jay wanted to chime in on some stuff that you asked.
Yeah, hey, what I wanted to say was that there could be the option of, you know, the bottom line doesn't make sense right now, but the volume, like by that you mean like you obviously need help. And then because you have the 2 businesses, are you talking about hiring this person to help you with just your side or also the screen print part?
Well, my thought was once I got somebody in there screen printing, it wouldn't really matter because I run my clothing line jobs like in the same schedule that I run other production jobs. So I would just need them to print regardless of what was on the document.
Yeah, so if you still plan on printing and you were going to hire someone else to help, I think it's like if you brought someone else in, you could just focus on making that bottom line make sense. Like increase the volume and what you're taking in job-wise, like Sherrod said, through like the marketing and all that. But with another person, you'll be able to get more out. If you're doing outside jobs, you could take more outside jobs in to make it make sense to have someone else and relieve the stress off of
'Cause
you.
it's not like it's a shortage of work, right? You can get with it, you know, you can take on more work.
Yeah, you can. I'm confident. I'm sure you could find more work, but not like you couldn't do all that work by yourself. So taking someone on to assist you
It would increase the bottom line.
would increase the bottom line to make it make sense.
Can't you just take someone on part-time anyway? Like, just get an intern to
Yeah.
help you out, like, when you need it, like, during
Yeah,
the
and if he know how
holidays.
to do it, he can train somebody himself.
Yeah, and that's another option. You know, I'm sure. I mean, screen printing is definitely a usable skill that people make whole businesses out of, like you yourself have. So you know, you could go
Look for an intern.
look for someone
What
that wants
city
to
is he
learn.
in?
To,
What city? What city are you in, Daryl?
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Is there any colleges near you?
Yeah, there's actually a pretty dope art institute downtown. That,
There you
I
go.
was told to took from there, but again, it's got to make sense for people too, because my challenge is I've had people come in as quote unquote interns, and
I get that.
it actually probably cost me more of a loss than anything.
Yeah,
yeah.
I get it. And that's tough too. Finding good people is tough as well.
So you guys have that issue too. That's not just me.
Oh no, it's not just you.
Oh no, I think that's a universal thing that. Yeah, people aren't what they seem to be at the very beginning,
Yeah,
and making, you know, the cuts and figuring out who actually is worth keeping around is a whole process in itself. But that's just trial and error. I mean, it's very few times that I think you can first pick is perfect.
yeah.
But then you can incentivize them in different ways too. Like, how do you guys incentivize your employees to like work efficiently and, you know?
Money.
Well, yeah, but is it like,
Yeah, I would be curious to how they do it too.
yeah, like,
I mean,
is it like,
yeah,
I mean, hourly, but is it also like, do they get bonuses? Like, if there's like a certain amount of products that are like,
I mean, yes. I mean, when we have like goals like this, yeah, we say, okay, if we reach this goal, we're gonna do X, Y, Z. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
incentivized. Yeah,
yeah.
definitely you should want to have incentives like placed out. And I mean, some people, I like doing stuff like on, not like if you do this, you get this. But if you don't perform, you don't get this. But
Yeah.
I think people would rather much get paid hourly. Because if I'm going to incentivize you, then the downside of that is if you don't perform, you don't make X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
But if you overperform, you know, you get money. But you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think some people just prefer to not
Yeah.
play that game.
Like at my job, for instance, like depending on how many clients we manage at a time, like if we want to take on a bunch of client revenue, like we get a bonus based on like how much revenue we manage.
Right.
So, you know, but I'm going to be busting at the seams, like working all the time to be making like an extra, you know,
right.
$1,000 or something like that.
Right. I see what you're saying. So yeah, it's just about just finding somebody, and I think money is like the go-to when it comes to incentives. So just figuring that out and what makes sense for that person you hired.
All right. Thanks for the call. Well, actually, thanks for answering the call. I hope this helped.
Yeah. Thanks, man. You gotta send me your address so I can send y'all some gear.
All right,
Okay,
great. Yeah,
yeah.
I'll text it to you right when we're done. But it is 675 Metropolitan Parkway, Suite 4128, Atlanta, Georgia, 30315.
Yeah, we'll text it to you.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, man.
Bye, Daryl.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate you guys.
No problem, man. We appreciate you. Thanks for listening. Okay.
That was like a real radio show.
I'm so surprised that he like answered and, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
on like the 8th ring. That was dope. Sorry we couldn't get everybody.
Yeah.
But we do have to talk about these samples right
Oh,
here.
yeah. New shirt idea.
New shirt idea.
Thoughts, questions, comments, concerns.
No weapon formed against me shall prosper. This is the 2-hit for those that understand screen printing. This was hit twice. A 1-hit is like, it's going to show a little bit more of the shirt. It's going to like maybe...
I think the bottom one was 1 hit.
Yeah, the bottom was 1 hit. And
It's a little darker.
It's a little darker. I mean...
I like the look.
I always like the 1 hit first, and then I see the 2 hit, and I'm like, dang, I like the 2 hit.
I think I like the 2-hit.
Yeah, I think I like the 2 hit. This one, because if this was, if we can get this brightness, but like still show through, then I would be cool with it. But just off the fact that it looks kind of dull, then. But yeah, I mean,
Was that regular red or like firework red?
It's firework red.
I think it would look cooler 2-hit and regular red.
I think it looks cooler like this. So.
Well, we don't have the sample. This is biased.
No, yeah. I'm just saying it's biased, you know.
Okay,
But
I'm gonna lose this because they can see what yours looks like.
I like this.
Oh, this is what
Jay,
this is
like,
what regular.
This is what a regular red would look like.
Imagine that red.
That red in this design, or this red.
So you're saying
this
this
design.
red
I like
with the 1
because that's
hit?
no
Or
2-hit because that's like a firework red. It's like a more like fluorescent kind of.
This is way better.
But we've just done it a lot. We've just done that.
I mean,
What you think?
I'd have to see it, to be honest. Like,
Okay.
I'd have
I
to
just
see
like
it.
the text and like the layout of it.
Yeah, no weapon formed, man. But yeah, that's the
That's
debate
our
for
thing.
today.
We do this every time. We have a thing that yeah. So if Sherrod's right, comment firework.
no,
and-
just comment Sherrod's right. I like to see Sherrod and right in the same sentence.
You haven't been getting a lot lately.
I haven't.
People
but
kind of just like
that's why
talk
I think,
about it.
I
but
think that's why they like you, because you always right. But it's okay. I'm just a risk taker in the group.
okay. All right. That about wraps it up.
That wraps it up. That's everything.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us.
I'm not gonna roast
No
you today.
problem.
I didn't get no.
Huh?
No.
All right.
Let's just wrap it up.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching.
Like, comment, subscribe, leave a question below.
Yeah.
Send us stuff so I can talk about it and wear it.
Yeah.
All right.
Rolls from Africa. Peace.
Yep.
You ain't been doing your math right. You ain't been stacking your cash right. Desire for your brother, what you desire for yourself. Make sure the fam right. You're a reflection of me. Before anything, I go get myself right. I told you that health is wealth, right? If you wanna shine, give yourself light.